in hand. See, not going to open it.
I'm going to start by drinking irresponsibly right away.
All right, well, great, thanks. We're here to talk about company culture. So, if you want to tell me a little bit about your company. I know off the bat you guys sort of have a challenge when it comes to company culture, seeing that you don't have a formal headquarters.
Right. So Double Cross we're a startup spirits brand. We launched in 2008, first in New York and New Jersey, and then spread out from there and are now a national brand. So just first a couple of points in general about myself and company culture, and then I'll talk about the challenges that we face as a small spirits company with managing and shaping company culture. So my background and why I'm passionate about culture and what that means is I grew up in a wonderful and sometimes challenging, crazy Brady Bunch style step family, which is a huge blend of cultures. I think that's something that probably doesn't get talked about enough. So you have, talk about a merger. Those are mergers. And I've lived abroad for 4 years. I lived in Sweden. My wife is Hungarian born and grew up in Sweden, and so we have a child, and so again, talk about cultural challenges with that, and what are you going to teach, and why, and what does that mean, and all that. And then before Double Cross, I worked as a consultant and focused a lot on company culture and the process of focusing on what I call branding on the inside, so working with the people. And I think that there's 4 crucial things that I would want to just say in 10 minutes. And 10 minutes for me is like, 1 inhale and long exhale in terms of like talking. But is first that we are humans first. We are human beings first. Before we are associates or VPs of whatever or chiefs of whatever, we are human beings first. And human beings are sloppy, right? We have lots going on in our lives all the time, and we bring that everywhere. This bottle is empty. I wanted it to be full. It emptied into my luggage during the flight. Luckily, it's clear. You can't, and it mostly kind of got the tail end of my shirt.
You don't smell like you've been drinking it, so that's good.
Yeah. And my socks, which it's a disinfectant. It's great. So how does this all sort of make it? How do you treat your employees in a way that harbors a good culture? Okay.
Keeping that in mind, that
Right.
we're all human.
So we're all human. We're all sloppy, and managing culture is not an exact science, and it's still very worth doing. It's essential. If you're not actively doing it, it's still happening.
Right. And I'm glad you mentioned that human beings are sloppy, because working for a spirits company, entertainment is a big part of your company. It's a big part of your culture. And how do you set up the boundaries between having fun and
yes.
enjoying the product and work?
So yes, we are. Yes, sloppy. That was my point with the spilled bottle, and we show up with all that and travel and craziness. But managing, so unique to the spirits industry, and this is true of all size spirits companies, is we are in the entertainment business. We need to be able to be out at events and in bars, and the art and fine line of entertaining and participating and yet being professional and responsible is it's a real challenge, and I know that the HR departments all wrestle with this in spirits companies.
Right.
I'm kind of the joke within Double Cross is that I'm HR. So when things start to get a little at our company gatherings, if it's getting a little, they're like HR, and then I show up, which I don't know why. I mean, anyway, I'm HR. But yes, but that's finding the right people who can manage that. And this is salespeople. It's mostly salespeople out in the world. These are people who are in bars and restaurants, all through the day and night. People who manage that well really excel within the spirits business, and those who don't wipe out.
Right. And so how do you encourage success?
We pay a lot of attention to who we're hiring and their background and their kind of personal style, and what their contacts are, and you know, when possible, I like to spend some time with them and kind of be out in the field with them to get a sense of how that's going to work. You know, there's a lot of intuition involved in that, in you know, seeing if this person's going to work or not. You know, and all it takes is one incident or situation to say that's you know, that's not okay. And that's, you know, policy is another one of those things in shaping company culture that I think is really important. You have to write policy. It gets ignored, I think, sometimes. But writing good policy that then supports the culture you want to create is important. So
Great.
Overtly saying this is okay, this is not.
Right. That's good. You're making it clear, you know, no blurred
Yes.
lines in terms of the serious stuff.
Yes, and the driving thing, a huge thing within Double Cross and smart spirits companies is like, you know yourself, know when you should not drive home from an event, and
Right.
we cover always. Uber is like one of the
Right.
most amazing things for our business ever.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Awesome. And so as a smaller company, obviously there are also growing pains. So how would you grade your overall company culture? And you know, obviously it's hard. It's hard to manage people. And,
Yeah.
and so how do you think you've grown, and where do you see room for improvement?
I think that I stutter a bit on that because I want to say that we're amazing. We have amazing, perfect company culture, and we're all developing perfectly and excelling and well balanced. But humans are sloppy. And so. I think that we have moments where we do really well, and we have moments where you don't. And there are moments in a company where you can flex or show company culture and kind of show what you're about or not, and that's when letting people go, bringing training people. Those are all opportunities to send a message to everyone else. This is how we treat people. So how you fire somebody or let somebody go and then communicate about that to everybody else is a big culture moment, I would say.
Yeah.
But we get together. So we're now I want to say 17 or so people, and we're spread out, all throughout the country. Our executive team is completely spread out, and then our sales team is in all the major metro areas.
Right.
We get together twice a year, usually summer and January, and those are big connective moments. And I know, I'm sure anybody here who has to manage this kind of stuff, it's hard to spend that money in the moment. You're like, 50 grand, and I'm sure, for us, that's a lot of money for us to spend to get everybody together. It's after, everybody grumbles about it, and afterwards everybody says that was so amazing and so worth it, and you connect with people, and
it's really
you
important
share
to have
the
that.
culture. Yeah. So we do that, and I write notes to the team, that are like notes from the CBO, like so that kind of opening up my head a little bit, so people can have a sense of what I'm thinking about and music I'm listening to and brands I'm paying attention to.
It's just a bit of transparency in that way.
Yes. So trying to communicate that way with people. I know that they're all probably texting with each other and talking to each other about things that I will never ever know or hear, and it would be awkward to hear what they were saying.
Can't know everything.
Yeah.
But awesome.
Yeah.
We're almost out of time. Does anyone have any questions for Devin? Let's see. Awesome. Well, what would you say is the best part of your company culture?
I would say the best part of our company culture actually relates a little bit to this empty bottle, and that's the entrepreneurial hustle, and the people who do well are the ones who have that, oh, I forgot to send the bottle. I don't want to. I'm just going to fly with it, and and then it spills on your clothes, and who cares? And you let it dry, and you stand up, and that entrepreneurial hustle, and I'm going to make it work, and dig in and get it done. Attitude is when we are at our best. That's what we're doing and doing well, and that's why we do well against the bigger companies. When I see people playing solitaire on the plane, they are not in an entrepreneurial organization. Right. No way.
Not if they don't have their laptop out.
No, they should know. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, great. Well, thank you so much. That was really great.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks.
All right, let's stick around. All right, thank you, Devin.